You can get hybrid powders from the powder suppliers. I always refer to them, they're basically like all the stuff left over at the end of the day. They mix together and throw a color with it. It may be 99% epoxy today, 99% polyester tomorrow. It's kind of a little bit all over the place. Most people don't use hybrids you're not going to use hybrids to do fence or rims or anything like that. It's mostly used if it really doesn't matter and you're just trying to get like the cheaper powders that you can get. Things like office furniture, like these legs on these office furniture tables, they don't expect this table to last forever. They want you to buy more tables. So they will put a less expensive powder on it. So those are probably hybrid powders. You can get acrylics, and if you haven't paid attention yet, you want to pay really close attention here because I'm going to save you a whole lot of headache. Here's the good and the bad of acrylics. Acrylics have very good UV resistance and they have excellent chemical resistance. They're fantastic for both of those, but they have two big problems. Number one, they have very poor impact resistance. So if you coat a rim with an acrylic and you hit a rock, it may shatter like glass. So it does not take an impact very well. That's not the worst problem. The worst problem is acrylics do not play well with others. What I mean when I say that is this. When we bake acrylics, they release ecaprolactins in the air. Those ecaps will fisheye every other chemistry of powder. And I'm not talking little fish eyes. I'm like the size of a baseball, like massive, massive fish eyes. The powder companies that make acrylics don't typically even make them in the same building. You don't want to mix them. You either want to spray acrylics or spray everything else. I did a consulting job back in the mid 90s, I think it was. Probably about 90, it's probably about 97, 98-ish, with a company that was doing about $3 million a year worth of powder coating. They shut completely down for about 3 weeks. Fisheye problems, couldn't get rid of them. We'd go in, get rid of it, clean everything, and it'd pop back up. Come to find out, they had a 10-pound box of an acrylic powder they were spraying samples with, and every time they run it through an oven, it'd fisheye everything else in the world. So you want to pick one there. You don't really want to spray both through the same system.